What would I ask John Lynch? I would say, John, off the record, because that's when I get the best answer. What's your thoughts on the Cabo Clique?
Great question. Because I mean, he played for Bill Walsh, he played for Tony Dungy, he played for John Gruden. Those guys wouldn't do that. They wouldn't be hanging out socially like they're friends with their players after the season. They wouldn't do that.
No, no, no.
No.
That would be my first question. My second question is, how do you think that impacts the
The locker room.
non-Cabo Clique
Yeah.
in the locker room?
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Because ultimately, that is just not a success. That's not a winning formula of success. And what I mean by that, are they winning? Yes, they're winning with bully ball, but they also bully themselves
They're
with
always
the
injured.
highest injury rate in the
Correct.
league.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So ultimately, I had thought that Jet York had grown a little bit, and maybe he has
Mhm.
grown a little bit. But the Cabo Click thing's a big red flag, Jed.
Papa, I got a question for you.
Yeah,
How does one join the Cabo clique in your and what are the criteria to join that clique? What do you got to
I,
do?
I don't know, because if you think that Shanahan is absolutely free and clear of the situation, like, oh, that's the Jet thing, I think you're wrong. I think every one of those guys that goes to the Cabo situation is a friend of Kyle Shanahan,
Agree. You have
which
to
I
be a friend of Kyle Shanahan. One, you got to be
yeah,
friends with the coach.
yep,
Two, you got to be rich.
yep,
You got to be able to afford going to Cabo and staying at a really nice resort for a week and paying for it all yourself. And if you're on your first contract, chances are your money manager is going to say, don't do that. You can't
right.
afford that. You haven't made enough money. You haven't gotten your second contract. Don't go. Whereas someone like Debo, McCaffrey, all those guys that have gotten paid, and maybe they feel indebted to Kyle because, Kyle calls the plays. I mean, would Kittle be a multi millionaire right now if it weren't for Kyle Shanahan? Christian McCaffrey, yes. Trent
It's
Williams, yes.
it's
Kittle, use
situational.
check.
It's situational. I mean, Kittle's
Yeah.
got elite athletic ability, but I think he's another story. I really
Yeah.
think that he's getting towards the end, because
Yeah.
he has such a hard time keeping weight on right now. So
Right.
I
He's got
I
some
think
he's got some wide receiver legs at this point.
I know,
Yeah.
and he's still trying to play like he did back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately, I believe that it's guys who are friends with Kyle Shanahan, and there's like this a bit of elitism. Either you're elite at your position or you're elitely paid. Whatever the case is, it's like them saying, "Hey, you could be this too if you would just do your thing, get paid, stay with the team like Kyle, and all that kind of stuff." And that doesn't sound like Brandon Ayuk.
Also, like it's like it feels like you're celebrating, and you're celebrating with a particular portion of the team. It's almost like, look, the
Yes.
team lost, but we're the best portion of the team,
Mm-hmm.
and the other, Brock Purdy, other guys let us down. Tyler Croft, guys not here. But us six, we're successes. And so we are celebrating another successful year of our Hall of Fame careers. It's like, really? That's a strange culture to create.
It's a really strange culture, because the engine that moves this car is the defense.
Yep. And
Nick
where's
Bosa
the
not
defense
there.
in Cabo? Where is
That's
it?
right. And Nick Bosa's not there.
Is Bosa there? No.
Nope. Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm. Nope.
Huh.
Warner's
Is
not
Travarius
there.
Ward there?
Mm-mm.
No. Is
Not
Eric
there.
Armstead there?
Nope.
Dre Greenlaw, he was there. No, he
No,
wasn't.
he wasn't.
It's weird.
I know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Huh.
They're going to move the car. So it's like,
Yeah.
without this defense, let's just be frank. Without this defense, this would not be a competitive team. It wouldn't be,
The
because
offense doesn't get its stuff together until November,
I know
late
every year.
October,
I
Halloween.
tell people that. I tell
Yeah.
people that Kyle doesn't want to get anyone injured, so he runs club training camp,
Yep.
right?
Club
Everything's
training camp. Yeah.
light,
Yep.
right?
Yep. Yep.
And then for them preseason,
No one plays in preseason.
Yep.
Yep. No one plays in preseason. So preseason September. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. I had my Titans hat on. We got disconnected last time. I just wanted to tell you from the Nashville perspective that nobody wants Trey Lance here.
I don't think anyone wants Trey Lance in the league. If the Niners are giving up on him after 4 starts, what team is like, oh, yeah, we want that? The Niners don't know what they're looking at. Kyle's an idiot. Let me get that. Who? Which team? I don't see it.
Dude, I was in physical therapy and around a bunch of dudes getting physical therapy. And then the whole concept of quarterbacks came up. And of course, I was like, well, "What do you guys think about Trey Lance?" And the first word out of somebody's mouth was "bum." That was a first
Is that
word.
not the perception that the Niners have created for this kid?
They have created that perception.
Yes, they have.
The kid and
Yes.
turned into a bum to the
Yeah.
outside world.
And now they're trying to get field trade offers. Like, what do you think you're going to get? You created this problem. You torpedoed his stock, and now you want to sell? Good job. Genius.
Now, the irony is that the two teams that have contacted the 49ers, one was the Colts, who have the guy who coached Jalen Hurts.
The guy I said the Niners should fire Kyle Shanahan and hire Shane Steichen. I wanted that guy, but now he's in Indianapolis. And everyone's like, oh, he'd be a perfect fit for Trey Lance. Yeah. Uh-huh. Exactly. That's why I wanted him.
No, I see that. I see that
Yeah.
connection. And you were absolutely spot on. He was on my list of coaches to replace Kyle Shanahan. Because people say, well, who are you going to get? Who are you going to get?
That guy.
Grab off 5 names. Here you go. 5 names.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. He's from Sacramento. He's from Sacramento. He runs the kind of offense that would be perfect for Trey Lance. It was anyway.
Well, we all notice. I mean, most of us will not deny that was just franchise malpractice. Trading all those picks for a project and then playing him the way they played him. They didn't even play him like he played at North Dakota State.
They played him like it was Ohio State or something. I don't know.
Remember the one play when in preseason when he booted to the left, booted to the right, and threw it left for a bomb for a touchdown? He's like literally 14 yards behind the line of scrimmage where no one can touch him. We never saw that play again.
Real quick, my thing I was most intrigued about with Trey Lance was his ability to move on play action. How you can move the pocket left and right on play action. They don't do that with him very much, and when they do, it's a touchdown. Brock Purdy can do it very well too. He's very good on the boots, but when it's time to throw, he can't push it down the field because he has no arm. Trey can push it down the field. How many times have they called those for him? And when they call it, it works. Practice games, it works.
I think Niners fans, you and I both understand that the Yorks and the 49ers brass operate a business. And a business is based on what products people will buy and are interested in. And right now, that product is Brock Purdy.
He got a standing ovation at the Giants game the other day.
Yeah, Brock Purdy.
He's the people's choice.
He is the jerseys that's going to sell like crazy this year.
Bobbleheads, jerseys, all that.
All that.
Cash register.
Product. And
he's free money because they're not even paying him. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're absolutely right. I'm saying that this part of it is football, but also part of it is business. And what we're doing right now, trying to unload trades, they're trying to avoid the quarterback controversy. They're trying to ride this Brock thing as long as they can ride it. Because now, to them, it's successful on both sides of the board. And Jim's on board with it. He's totally on board with it. Right? And one day, you keep it up, kid, you may just join a Cabo Clique.
Yeah.
They're saying to him.
Absolutely. We might give you that. Yep, that's right.
But with no offensive line, I still think all bets are off. That right side is still a bit shaky. You know, people sit there and say, "Oh, if Brock would have stayed in the game, they probably would have won." I'm like, no, they lost 2 quarterbacks. So
if Brock would have stayed in the game, he would have got hit again and again and again and again.
The plan was flawed.
And again.
He would have got hit.
And again.
What, 21, 25
and again.
times? Easy.
And again.
So the plan was flawed. The plan was flawed. Their concept of winning is flawed because, again, we're about to pay they're going to pay Nick Bosa $32 million a year. And guess what? He's going to get held in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Also, I want to say something. When they were in the Super Bowl and it was the fourth quarter, their offensive line blocked no one. When they were in the NFC Championship against the Rams in the fourth quarter, their offensive line blocked no one. When they were in the NFC Championship against the Eagles the entire game, their offensive line blocked no one. No one. It's not. Exactly. So when's that going to change?
I don't know, but I tell you one thing would look bad if Jimmy G gets through the whole season without catching a sexual transmitted disease and without getting injured. If he can do that, it's going to look bad for the 49ers.
You're done. Thank you very much, man. That was great. Love to see you, man. Have a good one.
All right, man.